Good morning, everybody, and thank you so much for tuning on in to our Valley News Now desk on this Thursday morning. We have single digits right now, 8 degrees here in Fargo. Ouch! And cleanup is continuing today after all that snow that we got these past couple of days. One more time, thank you so much for joining us here on our Valley News Now desk. My name is Alex Larson. So we're going to kick things off talking about that and just that. What is going on outside? So I'm going to get my screen ready to share with you here, get everything all set up, and we're going to get a check of what we got. All right, I'm over here on the Valley News Live website, which you can navigate to. You can see my web address right there. You can just head on over to the Valley News Live website. We'll do that quickly, and then hit the weather tab, and that's exactly where I'm at right now. So 8 degrees here in Fargo, cloudy. And it's going to get a little better, not by much. Going to stay cloudy pretty much all day. 16 degrees is our high that we're going to hit around that 3 o'clock hour. And tomorrow, I know we got out of those first alert weather days, but that break is pretty short-lived. Friday, tomorrow, we're looking at an Arctic surge. So that's falling temperatures, gusts 30-plus miles an hour, as well as blowing snow. Click on our 11-day planner here. Again, 16, that's as high as we're going to get today. Tomorrow, -2. Saturday, -19. Sunday, -22. I mean, Saturday, our high is -5. It is going to be a rough weekend out there, but as you continue to look on throughout the 11-day planner here, you can see there is relief in sight. We got Tuesday, 30 degrees, Wednesday, 26, and not looking too bad. We just got to get through this, I guess. Over here, you can see our weekend forecast again, just a little bit more of an in-depth look at what we're looking at for Saturday and Sunday. Again, that low we're going to be seeing 7 a.m. on Saturday, -19. The high at 3 p.m., -5. Sunday, same story, -22 for that low is what we're going to hit at 7 a.m. 3 o'clock hour, we're going to hit 3. And you can see those wind chills there, -30s in the mornings. Saturday, -20, -30. And then Sunday, -10. Relief, maybe. And if you've got any pictures of those snowfall that you want to share with us over here, you can do just that. You can do that over on our website, valleynewslive.com. And you can also check out everybody else's photos, too. It's super fun seeing everybody's photos come in as we continue to take on this winter weather. Even Jean Kemper, she said she was having fun in the Shorewood South snow. Oh, my goodness, check that out. Pulling a sled behind a tool cat. That's wild. Okay, we're going to go to check of our roads pretty quick here. You can see we've got a lot of improvement since we checked in on these yesterday. So even I-94 and I-29, we've got some green areas, but that doesn't mean set your cruise control at 80 over on the interstate. No, that means use your winter driving skills because green is going to mean seasonably good. It's not going to mean that we've got July roads out there by any means. We are in December, and we saw that winter flex its muscles at us, I guess, these past few days. So down south on I-29, you can see scattered ice and scattered snow. So that's going to be south towards Wahpeton there. And you can see icy roads in Wahpeton as well as we continue out west. So we're going to be over in Sargent Ransom County. We're looking at partially covered snow roads. I-94, some partially icy roads. Looks like it clears up and then it comes back. I'm going to click on a picture here of I-94 west. So, I mean, looking okay, but, you know, there can be black ice out there, all that jazz. So it looks like north of I-29 towards the Canadian border. It's looking good. It's looking green. As we continue out west, though, that Devil's Lake, Minnewacan area, up north towards Candu and Rolla, Langdon, partially covered icy and snowy roads there. Looks like we got a completely covered icy road here on Highway 4 over there. And we're going to hop on over to Minnesota quickly here. Again, a lot of change here than when we checked in yesterday. A lot more green, but we're going to zoom on in and see what we got going on. So we're going to head on over to near Rochert, okay? On 34, a light compacted snow on the roadway 6 miles east of DL. County Highway 47, 9 miles west of Park Rapids. So I know that we had a lot of action going in that Thief River Falls area the past few days, and normal driving conditions, it says. That's actually a really beautiful picture there of that sunrise. So we're going to head out west of Thief River Falls near Warren, and it's looking like those plows did their jobs, taking care of business out there. We'll touch on that shortly here of what plow drivers are saying here in the metro area, their response to the snow we've been having these past few days. And remember, you can find all of this information over on our website, valleynewslive.com. But obviously, everything that we put in our shows that you see here on this desk, that you see on our Facebook page or our website, you can find over on our apps. So our VNL weather app is a great tool to have as we continue to take on this winter season. Again, we got a first alert weather day coming tomorrow. So there's a lot to be aware of as we continue on throughout the winter. We got a lot of months to go left. So a great tool to have as we continue on. You'll get those forecasts right at your fingertips, and our first alert storm team is able to follow you no matter where you go. I'm going to move on over to our news portion of this segment. One person is dead after a house fire south of Horace last night. Emergency crews responding shortly before 7 o'clock to a home filled with smoke. Homeowner reported returning to the home to find it engulfed in flames. Firefighters were able to contain that blaze with most of the damage inside, but a 64-year-old woman was found dead inside the home. Her name is not being released right now, and the cause of the fire is still under investigation and undetermined. And Tyreek Jones, who was Fargo Police's main suspect in that August 3rd deadly shooting, will not be extradited to North Dakota. This has been a story we've been following pretty closely for you throughout the past 4 months. So Valley News Live just heard from prosecutors that they're dropping efforts to revoke his probation. A motion was filed to dismiss the revocation petition and quash the order for his extradition. Jones had previously agreed to return to North Dakota to face an unrelated terrorizing charge. He was arrested December 3rd in Minneapolis after 4 months on the run. Jones was initially charged in that August 3rd fatal shooting in Fargo. Those charges were later dismissed. And new for you this morning, the mother of Tyreek Jones is releasing a statement after her son's charges have been dropped. So I'm going to pull this up for you here, get a look at this statement. So Shannon Jackson, the mother of Jones, is calling for accountability and transparency after North Dakota prosecutors dismissed charges and dropped their extradition efforts in the case against her son. So Jackson criticized law enforcement and prosecutors for handling the case and claimed her son was targeted by individuals, quote, who have terrorized this community for years and have repeatedly been released back onto the streets despite a long history of violence. She also did thank supporters in this statement. You can find this over on our website, valleynewslive.com, as you can see here. A pretty lengthy statement here, but a lot of good information from Tyreek Jones's mother there. And that also is available for you over on our VNL News app that you can download and use for free. Moving on, a Fargo man's behind bars after police say he assaulted a pregnant woman and threatened her with a gun. This is Sonny Gonzalez. He was arrested yesterday. Court documents show he's facing felony charges of terrorizing with a dangerous weapon and domestic violence. Investigators say Gonzalez allegedly grabbed the victim, pinned her down, and squeezed her stomach. He also reportedly covered her mouth, preventing her from breathing, and then threatened her with a loaded handgun. The victim suffered visible injuries and was treated at a local hospital. And a Fargo City Commissioner is demanding answers about a needle distribution program. Commissioner Michelle Turnberg says nearly 1 million needles have been given to residents in 2024 and so far in 2025. She's raising questions about where this money's all coming from and who's paying for it. Turnberg posted on social media, including images of discarded needles and budget documents. She claims she's been told to, quote, stay in her lane, but promises to keep fighting for answers. Harm Reduction Center also distributes mouth guards and antiseptic wipes to prevent the spread of diseases. The program started as a traditional needle exchange program. That was back in 2018. And if you're wondering why your street has not been plowed yet, city officials say there is a method to all this madness. So Wednesday afternoon, Fargo Public Works finished plowing residential areas once. Now they're going to make their second pass through. 12-hour shifts with up to 28 crew members on clock. Each driver has a designated route, whether they're plowing or treating the roads. Public Works does have a message for any residents who may be frustrated at this time, though.
There's a rhyme and a reason to how we do. We always focus on our snow emergency routes and we plow them first. If anybody's wondering how we track our plows, it's all public information. They can go on our Focus website and they can track our plowing operations. Now, granted, that is only the snow plowing operations.
Fargo will have to clear all downtown avenues on Sunday. You got to move your car if it is in that area. You got to do so by 2 a.m. That will be on Monday. And after a couple of lean winters, snowmobile dealers are seeing a very welcome change. The recent snowfall is bringing riders back to the trails and customers back to the shops. Valley News Team's Ethan Kramer has our story.
Snowmobiles are back on the trails, and that's good news for Extreme Motorsports in Clay County. Sales manager Sheldon Phelan says the past couple of years have been tough with minimal snowfall, but this season is already looking different.
The last couple of years we got minimal snow and sales were way down. There was some weeks we were barely getting by.
Founded 25 years ago in a small shop in Fargo, Extreme Motorsports has grown into a thriving online business, selling snowmobile and jet ski parts worldwide.
Since the snow hit, sales have gone up quite a bit, and it's projected to be pretty good for the rest of the year.
The difference is dramatic. When snow hits the ground, numbers surge.
Weeks when we get a lot of snow, we'll go from having like an average of, 30 orders to go out in a day, and it'll go up to like 100 or 120. People start to realize, oh, my snowmobile doesn't work, I gotta get this fixed.
In Clay County, Ethan Kramer, Valley News Live.
So Phelan also says if the snow keeps on falling, they're going to keep seeing more customers looking for parts. Now, that's about all I got for you here on this Thursday morning. Remember, again, everything you see on this news desk that you see in our shows, our Facebook page, that you see on our website, you can also find over on that VNL News app. Cool feature about this, though, I'm able to send you a push notification whenever this is fired up. We're also able to send you push notifications about any local or national story that we feel has a big impact to you, our viewers. So again, that's all I got for you here on this Thursday. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Bundle up. Again, first alert weather day coming on in for tomorrow. I will see you back here tomorrow as well. I hope you have a great rest of